right. What's up, everybody? Welcome in. We're shipping out some orders. Let me see exactly how many we have going out. I didn't check this before the live. I probably should have. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 total orders going out the door, similar to yesterday. I think yesterday we had 15 total orders, so 14 and 15, that's pretty good. Lots of diversity today. I think we sold, how many on Depop? 3 on Depop, 2 on Depop, 1 on Mercari, or 2 on Mercari, 5 on Poshmark, and the rest are all on eBay. So pretty good day in sales. I'll take it for a Tuesday. That's pretty good for me. I thought it was slow yesterday because I was looking at my eBay sales, but I didn't realize that I was selling stuff on the other platforms too at the same time. What's up, Inky? Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Hopefully you guys are having a good day. If you're hopping in, make sure you're liking the live. If you're watching on replay, make sure you say replay down in the chat. Let me know what you sold yesterday. If you sold anything good, I will shout you out a little bit, give everybody little details on your sale, all that stuff. So feel free to drop it in the chat. We have shoes that sold today, and then all the rest are clothing. We sold 3 pairs of shoes yesterday, so yesterday was a shoe day. I don't normally sell a ton of shoes, so I'll take it. 3 shoe sales in one day. That's pretty good. Let me go over here, orders, awaiting shipment, and then we'll be good to go. What's up, Mark? Welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in. Good sales yesterday. Hopefully you guys had some good sales too. All right, let's go ahead and get started. I guess we'll start with, I think these are, yes, these are Poshmark sales. So let's hop over here. First Poshmark sale is a Athleta. This is a pair of the Athleta Brooklyn pants. These are actually a really good one to be on the lookout for. Kayla picked these up for $9.36, and we sold these for $36 over on Poshmark. So really good sale. Athleta Brooklyn pants, pre-owned condition. So don't pass up all Athleta. Let's slide this over. I gotta get some room on my desk. I got no room to work. Get my labels out of the way too. All right, this is going to go into a Tyvek envelope like you just saw. The reason for that is it's a Poshmark sale. Poshmark sales are all priority mail labels, so you use priority mail packaging. Looking to go full time. Is it best to wait for my thrifting to be the same? Oh yes, you should actually wait till your thrifting is actually making more than your 9-to-5 job. And then also while you're working your 9-to-5 job, you should be paying off as much debt as possible. So that way when you quit, you have minimal bills. So I paid off both my cars before I quit, paid off my wife's student loan. The only thing we really had to pay is my mortgage because I wasn't able to pay that off. I wanted to, but I wasn't able to pay it off before I quit because I quit before I wanted to get out of there. So yes, I highly suggest paying as much as you can off. As soon as you start paying off most of your stuff, you'll realize your bills are a lot less, and then you'll have more ability to quit. Also, make sure you have a huge nest egg built up, meaning you have a bunch of money saved up, because you never know when something's going to happen. When you're your own boss, especially if you're doing this like solo dolo, you're going to run into issues where you get sick or you get hurt, and when that happens, you're not able to work, and when that happens, you're not able to make money. Luckily with this business, you're still able to generate sales, but still, if you get hurt and you can't go pack your orders, you want to have a good nest egg, so that way you can take a break and come back when you're healthy. So yes, highly suggest all those things. Next up, we got a Brooks Brothers shirt. This is a Brooks Brothers large shirt. We paid $8 for this in a bulk buy, and it sold for $20. Has the logo on the front, so that's why we picked this up. So Wayne Ramsey, yes. Will you pay off your mortgage this year? Probably not. We'd have to go hard on Whatnot. Whatnot was the way we were going to do that, and we kind of took we are doing Whatnot shows, but we're not doing it as consistent. So if we were to pay off our mortgage, it would have to be through Whatnot. There's no way I'd be able to do that through eBay, Poshmark. Whatnot is just, it's too good. It's too fast money, if that makes sense. Money coming in too fast. So that's how I would have to do it. I'd have to turn on all my avenues of revenue to make that work. And right now we have one of those kind of shut off. Do you have a super low price? Do you ever buy super low price things at Wally World, Walmart? No. I've never done much retail arbitrage in that sense, but there is a lot of money to be made in that retail arbitrage for sure. sure you answered this before, but I'm somewhat new. What kind of items, example, are the best for Depop as opposed to say Poshmark? So Depop has a real like big vintage community. So vintage usually does well on Depop more so than it does on Poshmark. Even though you can't sell vintage on Poshmark and you can say sell modern on Depop, but Poshmark is more for the well-known like higher end brands, and Depop's more for like vintage. So I hope that helps. Hope that answers your question. Working a 9 to 5, how much time would you recommend doing thrifting and being able to go full-time thrifting? You should be using all your free time to build your business. That's what I did. I used all my free time. What's up, Susie? All my free time to build my business. I also, while I was working a full-time job, if I didn't need the money, which I didn't need much of it from the business, I took all that money that I profited in the business and rolled it back into the business. So if I made $2,000 in the business, I would take that $2,000 and then go buy $2,000 worth of inventory as fast as I could to try to turn that over, and then have $4,000, take that $4,000 and roll it back in. So I would highly suggest doing that. And then if you need some of that money to pay off your bills, pay off your debt, take a little bit out, pay off some debt, and then put the rest back into the business. Would you suggest scanning inventory at TJ's for like Amazon? I don't do much Amazon, but I know there is opportunities at those stores to make money selling that stuff on Amazon. So for me, I don't really have an answer to that because I don't do it, but I do know other people do it and they're really successful. So you probably should find one of those people and ask that question because, like I said, I don't do Amazon like that. Next up, we got this is a Ralph Lauren performance shirt. This one I believe had a small stain on it. We still end up selling it for $17. We paid $8.03. This is a performance, so if it was in good condition, we should have got around $25 for it. Do you do ads on Whatnot and how much per show? I don't do any ads on Whatnot, no. I hated when they rolled that out, by the way. I hated it. I feel like that's what killed our shows. I mentioned that in my video I did on YouTube, the We Failed video. I'm pretty sure that's what killed our shows because Whatnot started focusing on more people that promoted their shows rather than people that promoted their shows via their own social media. They want to make that money. So I didn't like that whole promote your show. I really hated it. I really hated it. I still hate it. Can you choose your own shipping label instead of one? So this is Poshmark. Poshmark gives you the label, so no, you can't choose your own. You can't choose your own label. You have to use the one that they gave you, and it's all priority mail labels, so you can use free priority mail packaging, like this one. This is a free priority mail box. You get these free from USPS.com. So whenever we sell shoes on Poshmark, we usually use these. And the shoes that sold, I'm gonna pack these up after live because I got to get bubble wrap and everything. I'll do it after the live. These are On Cloud Roger shoes. I actually sold these once on eBay, but I accidentally put that these were new, and these were not new. So when they went through authentication, which if you don't know, On Clouds go through authentication through eBay, they got rejected because they're in pre-owned condition and not brand new. So I sent them back. It took me a while to list them. I had them on the shelf, and I don't know why they weren't listed, but we listed them, and within 2 weeks they sold for $90. That's basically what they sold for on eBay because I priced them at pre-owned comps, but I accidentally put they were new in box. It was weird because my description said they were pre-owned, but my actual condition description said new with box. So eBay had to send those back to me. But sold for $90, good sale. And then the other shoe sale that we sold on Poshmark, again, I get free priority mail labels, not free, buyer pays for them, but I get priority mail labels. So you want to use free priority mail packaging, and that's why I'm using these. These are stuck. They're stuck. These are Peloton shoes. I looked these up. These sell super, super well. They're just a pair of Peloton cycling shoes. I picked these up for, let me see, $8.56, and these sold for $35 in just a week after I listed them. So really good sale. Both of those are Posh. Both of those will ship after the live once I get some bubble wrap and throw those in there. In other words, use them for comps. Thank you. Yep. I don't think I missed anybody over here. I mean, do you promote other shows? Oh, you can feel free if you ever see us live on Whatnot, which we might do a show. I don't think we're going to do a show this week. We'll probably do a show next weekend. If you have a show, feel free to jump in our live and promote your show. I don't care. I'm not one of those people who are like, please don't promote your shows in my show. I don't care. Promote your show. I do raid other shows, but I don't take a request to raid. So if you ask me to raid your show, likely chance that I'm not going to raid you. I just like picking somebody at random that I think my crowd will enjoy, and I think that's better for me because I don't have to take a bunch of requests. It's also better for the person that I raid because it's a genuine raid, and usually I pick somebody that my crowd will like, so it'll generate sales for them. If I just pick like a card show, I don't have card people in my life, so you won't make any sales. When you change your price on an item, will Auto Posture update the new price when it resync? Yes, it will. What's up, Blended? What's up, Trisha? How can I authenticate a new Burberry London Novacek equestrian sweater? You should try to find similar ones online. That's typically what I do. And then I look at, especially, you should be definitely looking for sold ones, and then look at yours compared to theirs. And if you see anything that's off, then don't list it. There's also services you can pay to authenticate something like that, but off the top of my head, I can't think of one. I usually just use Check for shoes. I'm on eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari. I just started Depop. I'm not trying to modify the shipping weight. Is there any way to do it so I'm accurate with and it's cheaper? When I put in my Depop shipping, I just put in what I think it's going to be. So if it's a shirt, it's normally that small weight, which is 12 ounces. If I think it's over that 12 ounces, I'll just up to the next weight. That's typically what I do. If I'm on the fence about it, I'll just go to the next weight up. Depop shipping is kind of weird, especially when you're first starting out Depop wise. Why not take more fees than eBay? No, they take less. 8% plus 2.9% plus a 25-cent fee. So the processing fee is 2.9 plus 25 cents, and then the regular fee is 8%. New in box shoes that sold on Poshmark. Is there a priority box? So you can modify this box right here to fit your shoe box usually, and all you have to do is bend it. So what I do is I lay the shoe box on top of this, and then let's say this much is left over. Then what I do is I put this against the desk and I bend it right there. I flip it over and bend it on the other side, and then when you open the box, it should open to the exact size that you need. That's not the shoe box though. This is the 1095 box, I believe. 1097 box. That's usually what I use for other shoes new in box. You can also use the regular shoe box and adjust it too, same way. I had 2 pairs of Pelotons, 1 pair was men's. I sold 50, 1 was a women's, brand new, sold for 75. Let's go. I don't know why I have hiccups right now. Do you know how Mercari makes money? I've been trying to figure it out. They charge fees to the customer, not to the buyer. They charge fees to the customer, not the seller. So they still have fees. They just charge it differently than other platforms. Depop is doing the same exact thing too. All right, speaking of Depop, let's ship out a Depop order. These are a pair of Lululemon shorts. We actually were supposed to ship these out yesterday, but we missed them, so that's okay. We're shipping them out today. We paid $7.46 for these shorts, and they sold for $22.50. Bought these at, I believe, Goodwill at that price. I believe it was Goodwill. Can't remember. When shipping cologne on Mercari, why am I having an issue with printing a label? So colognes, they can't ship priority mail. You have to ship a ground service. You cannot ship priority. So maybe that's why you're having an issue. Is because you're trying to ship it priority. It has to stay on the ground. It can't go in the air when it's being shipped because it's a flammable. What's up, Juan? What's up, Juan? How you doing? Juan hopping in, retired and reselling. If you guys aren't following him, give him a follow. Juan's actually retired and reselling. He's finally made the jump, made the leap. They sold on Facebook Marketplace. That was a good month. Nice. Next up, we have another not Mercari, Depop sale. This is a pair of Polo Ralph Lauren Preston pants. These are corduroy Preston pants. I usually always pick these up. They don't sell really well right now, but when it gets colder out, these sell like hotcakes because everybody wants a nice pair of heavy corduroy pants. Paid $5.34 for these. These sold for $30 over on Depop. Remember, Depop doesn't have seller fees except for a transaction fee. So just has the transaction fee on this, which is like $1. Just sold a code on eBay. Buyer's info showed the address in Oregon with the second line of the address showing followed by letters. Printed a label and looked at the fees breakdown, and they said they charged me an extra $2 because the buyer registered address is in Singapore. Is this military? I'm confused. Probably yes. You're probably either shipping to a military address, but usually the labels look different when you do that, or it's a reshipper. But I don't know why they charge you a $2 fee because their address is in Singapore. That's kind of weird. I'm assuming that's a military. You're shipping to a military base. But I never noticed the $2 fee on mine, so I don't really know the answer to that. Followed by letters. It's got to be either, yeah, it's maybe you're right. It's a military base and you're getting charged $2 extra for shipping. But why would you get charged $2 extra for shipping? It should have been the buyer that got charged $2 extra for shipping. Yeah, I don't know the answer to that. You might have to call eBay or message eBay and figure out why that $2 fee was put on your account. Next up, we got some Peter Millar chino pants. These sold over on Mercari. Paid $10.70 and these sold for $28. These are gonna go. These are actually gonna go UPS. So I got to make a stop at the UPS store today and drop these off. Sounds like a freight forwarder, yeah, but I don't know why. If it's a freight forwarder, why would they get charged $2 extra? The freight forwarder should get charged the $2 extra. That doesn't make any sense. I've never been charged. Extra for a reshipper. When you ship to a reshipper, that's the best thing because then you don't have to worry about. You don't have to worry about that item coming back. If your item is flawed in any way, there's no way for them to return it to you. So I've shipped to a military base, no extra charge last time. Yeah. If it's a reshipper, there shouldn't be an extra $2 fee. $2 is currency, likely currency exchange. Okay, I've never noticed that on any of my transactions. Maybe I should go and look. $2 for a currency exchange. That's weird. What kind of sweater is that hanging back there? That is a Kuji sweater. I have Kuji sweaters all over this room. I have one behind me too. You guys probably seen it in some of my posts. I think. So I have one up there. It's like art. That's how I treat it. All right. Next up is eBay sales. So those are the shoe sales. Oh, I forgot one. I knew I was forgetting something. These also sold on Mercari. I need to find a box for these because I really don't have a box. I might have to go buy one. These are Kolhan wingtip shoes. Picked these up for $8 in a bulk buy, and these sold for $42. I did have some questions yesterday about bulk buys and how I get them and what a bulk buy is. Basically, I have a gentleman every week to 2 weeks that meets up with me. He goes thrifting. He buys a bunch of stuff that he knows I like, and he also sells other stuff to other people, and he also sells stuff online. So he picks up the stuff that I like that he doesn't sell, and then he just sells it to me for a small upcharge. So if he pays like $5 for something, I give him $8. So he makes $3, and it's just cash in hand. So I get an LLC for my thrifting. Am I able to? So you got to talk to a tax advisor about that, and you got to figure out what your laws and regulations are where you live. A tax advisor will be able to help you with that. I'm not a tax advisor, so I hate answering those questions. In my area, yes, you can get a sales tax exemption when you purchase inventory, but just know some stores don't accept them. I think most thrift stores will probably tell you no, even though they should accept them. Most of them will tell you no, that they don't accept them. So just keep that in mind. You might still have to pay sales tax, but it's either you take it off at the beginning or you take it off at the end when you do your taxes. Either way, you're taking it off. It isn't so unless view fee detail and then open up. I usually don't look at that breakdown, but it was a high dollar sale and I decided to view. Okay, that's new to me. I didn't know that. I need to go look at mine to see if I have any like weird fees like that. All right, eBay sales. Let's ship those out. We got 5 eBay orders going out from yesterday. First one actually sold last night. It's a really good one. This is a Polo Ralph Lauren cable knit sweater. I picked this up, obviously brand new with tags on retail arbitrage. Paid $42.80 for this, and it sold for $79.99 plus shipping. Full price sale. Really good one. These are obviously going to start moving really fast this time of year. As we start getting closer to winter, people are going to start picking up sweaters. And I actually picked this up end of winter last season. So I held it for a little bit, waited for the prices to go back up. Now that they're going back up, I'm starting to make good money on this. I got kicked off. What do you use to print shipping labels? I use a Dymo 4XL. Don't buy the new Dymos though. I only have the 4XL is the older version. The new version is the 5XL, and the 5XL requires you to use Dymo labels, which are more expensive. I use off-brand labels with the 4XL, so that's why I suggest that one. For Autopasher, Auto Delist, Relist, you need to re-verify again. No, once it's already verified, Autopasher will relist it, and it's already verified again. It doesn't need to be re-verified. What's up, Kim? What is going on, Flippin' Nurse in the chat? That just happened to me last night from Australia. I'm sending it to New York. Okay. I didn't know that. I did not know that they did that extra fee. I'll have to check that. Next up, we got a little bread and butter sale. This is a men's Lacoste polo. It's a men's 4XL. Picked this up for $6.42, and this one sold for $19 plus shipping. I took a best offer on this last night. It's been sitting for a little bit, so I was like, all right, I got an offer on it. I'll take it. It's a fair offer. So yeah, a little bread and butter sale. Finally caught you. Yes, you caught me. I'm live. I'm live. We're almost done though. And we got a few more eBay sales, and then we're gonna get some more listings done. I listed a bunch yesterday. I had an issue with my auto posture. It wasn't allowing me to resync because Mercari was having issues syncing with auto posture, and I think it was more of a Mercari issue than an auto posture issue. So I got it fixed yesterday. So yesterday I had to cross list like 80 items yesterday. So it was a busy day. Today I'm gonna list like 30 items. I think Mom's already took photos of all the items, so I just have to list them after the live, and then I'll be good to go. And then cross list those. So I like bread and butter. Me too. Me too. I saw somebody's video. Somebody made a video about another person on TikTok. It's always drama on TikTok. But somebody made a video about somebody else on TikTok, and people were in the comments talking about them because the one person was saying don't follow them because they don't know what they're saying. So I had to figure out who they were talking about, and I eventually figured it out. And the other seller was saying in his video that you can't trust certain people because they only show you the highlights and they don't show you the whole haul. They only show you the best parts of the haul, blah, 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 blah. And I try to show a little bit of everything within my videos, but the problem is if I show the bread and butter, just like Snap says, I like bread and butter, there are people out there that hate when I show bread and butter. They're like, Ralph Lauren doesn't sell. I don't pick up Ralph Lauren. So you got to be cautious with what you do. You want to show the highlights. You also want to show the bread and butter, but there's people out there that don't like the highlights, people out there that don't like the bread and butter. You can't make everybody happy, I guess. I paid a few dollars for it, and it's not part of the GSP order either. So you shipped it directly. I can see if you're shipping directly that there would be a currency exchange, but if you're shipping through GSP, I don't know why they would do that. I guess it would be the same thing, right? Orders great over the last weekend. Past 2 days were bad. Well, just keep listening. Just keep listening. Caught you live. Yes, I am live. Fancy. What's up, Gladys? You have always been very transparent. Yeah, that's why we do live thrifting too. So that way you can see the bread and butter. You can't miss the bread and butter on a live thrift because I pick up a lot of it. I missed some of this live. Will I be able to watch it later? So I don't post them to Instagram, but I do post them to Facebook and YouTube. So feel free to watch the entire live. They have a different view over there too. They can see my whole room, whereas you guys can just see my face and that's it. I was having issues. A listing on Poshmark yesterday was down for like 2 hours. It might have been when she was fixing mine. She might have been fixing everybody's all at once, so that might have been it. None of my eBay listings ever get views. What could I be doing wrong? I promoted at 3%. A few things you could be doing wrong. You could be listing the wrong items. You could be listing items that just don't sell. If you're not looking up what's listed versus what's sold, you're probably listing items that you assume have value, but they really don't sell often, so you're not going to get views. If you're not getting views on your item, that means nobody's looking for that item, which most likely means you didn't do your research and figure out if that item's actually selling. You could also be priced above market. You could be looking at regular listings and not sold listings and pricing against the sold listings. If you see something listed for $1,000 and there's 10 of them listed for $1,000, and if you go to solds and see 10 of them sold for $20 and you list at $1,000, good chance you're not going to sell because people are only willing to pay $20 for that item, not $1,000. So yeah, all those could be factors in why your items aren't getting views. Most likely, when somebody says something like that, it's because they didn't actually look up the items to see if they are selling. They just assumed they had value and then listed them. Next up, Athleta. This is an Athleta sports bra. We picked this up at the TJ Maxx Yellow Tag event. This one we actually picked up after. There's one that we picked up before that we paid $10 for. This one we only paid $6 for, and it sold full price, $24.99 plus shipping. Kayla found I think like 20 or 30 of these Athleta bras, really, really cheap, and we picked them all up, and now they're selling. Can you check sales on Poshmark, Depop, etc.? Yes, you just look up solds. Same way you do it on eBay, you can do it on Poshmark. I typically use eBay though because it's a bigger marketplace, so you just have more data on eBay. It's also easier to see what things are selling for on eBay. Poshmark doesn't really have the date the item sold on the display when you're looking at what's sold on like the regular page, so you can't tell how often they're selling unless you go into each individual listing, which takes too much time. So I'd rather just go on eBay and see what they sold for. Will it be an easy switch from Vendu to auto posture? You don't have to blank out Vendu. I'm allowed to say Vendu. Yes, it is very easy to switch Fancy. All you have to do is hit resync, and all you have to do is do an original sync, and it brings in all of your listings. And let's say you have something listed on eBay, Poshmark, Mercari that you've already cross-listed with Vindu. When you bring it into Autoposher will recognize that that is the same item, and it will be within the same line on Autoposher. It's super easy to bring your stuff over to Autoposher. I think it's a very similar process to Vindu. I'm not really sure how Vindu works, but I think they have a sync feature as well, where you just hit a sync button and it brings in all of your listings. Do you list each of your items on all platforms? We list most of our items on all platforms. Something like trains, whenever we list a train, we only list those on eBay and Mercari because there's not really a market for them on Poshmark or Depop. So yeah. Taking a while watching it. Thank you so much, Joan. I hope it comes out good for you. I hope you use a bidet. If you don't have a bidet, hit up Bidet Daddy on TikTok. He'll give you one. He'll not give you one. He'll sell you one. Awesome. I love the feature. It sends offers. Yes, it sends offers for you. It shares your closet. It also delist and relist on eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, and Depop without you having to tell it to do that. That's the best part. Don't have to tell it to do it. It just does it for you. Next up, we got some Page jeans. These are men's Page jeans. I paid $20 plus tax for these, so $21.40. These sold for $50. These were purchased online arbitrage. So I bought them from a retail store online, had them shipped to my door, and then resold them. Do you list more? What do you mean list more? What do you mean by list more? I think the exchange fees are based on where the payment card is registered. Buyer from Australia, registered there, not based on. Yeah, that's weird though. That's weird because I feel like eBay should charge that fee to the customer, not the seller. Should be an exchange rate for the buyer. They should pay that fee, not us. But oh well, can't control that. All right, this is just going ground advantage, shipping like this. We got one more order going out, so if you guys have any last minute questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. I think I'm gonna have Kayla do her voiceover today for her video, so that'll be out at some point today. I'll probably put that out later tonight, and then I might make a sale post later today, so be on the lookout for that. If not today, I'll do one tomorrow. And last sale is these women's cool shorts. Pick these up for $4, and these sold for $22.49. Good sale right there, $22.49. Easy peasy. The buyer fee doesn't make sense. Yeah, it doesn't make sense that we pay that. It doesn't make any sense. How many items do you have in stores, and what's your sell-through rate overall? So total items I have right now is really high because we've been listing like crazy. I think we're at 2,600 total listings over the last 90 days. Give me a second. Let's take let's not take August because August isn't completely done yet. But so June through August. No, we won't take September. Are we in August? No, we won't take August. We'll take July through May. So we sold 416 items total in May, 507 in June, and 464 in July. So that is 416 plus 507 plus 464. And that's 1,387. So we have about a 50% sell-through rate. If we didn't just list a whole mess of stuff from TJ Maxx and Marshalls, because we're listing like 30 to 40 items a day, which is skewing our numbers up, we probably usually sit around 60-ish% sell-through rate every 90 days on our store, which I think is pretty good for a store our size. There's a lot of people out there that have like 100% sell-through rate. They're selling different items than we are. So we're picking up items. We're picking up items cheap from thrift stores, and we're able to sit on them for a little bit longer than other people are because they have more invested in their items. When you edit a price on one platform, will Autoposher update when it resyncs? I'd have to check that because I don't really adjust my prices. I assume it would adjust it on eBay, but I don't think it adjusts it automatically on Poshmark and Mercari. You have to go through and manually do that yourself if you want to adjust. It will automatically adjust at a discounted rate if you tell it to. So if you want it to relist at a 10% off, 10% off price, you can actually tell Autoposher to do that when it resyncs. So that way you can keep your prices the same on all platforms. Risha found us My single most valuable item a few weeks ago, red, white, and blue, was a limited edition 6-piece Disney pin set worth, holy cow, 1,500, 2,500, and only paid $1. It's not something you sell, but it's not something you sell, but from everything I've learned from you over the last 2 years, help me identify it. Awesome, that's insane. You paid $1 and you're gonna sell that. If you even sell that for $1,000, that's a crazy, crazy return. I already packed up my orders, whopping 6 sales before taxes. It's like $250. That's good, Joan. That's good. Don't be ashamed of that. I'm mostly 80% clothing. Nice. I found local auction and it was able to pick up new in-box men's FootJoys for $55 yesterday. How many did you get? You were able to pick up new in-box FootJoys for $55. If they were just at $55 individually, if you paid $55 each for them, that's too high, unfortunately. If you're able to get a whole box of them for $55, that's perfect. But FootJoys have been at TJ Maxx and Marshalls right now. New FootJoy shirts are selling for like $35 to $40. So I hope you didn't buy a lot of them. If you paid $55 for a whole box, good. If you paid $55 each, you're not going to make much profit. You're actually probably going to lose some money on those, unfortunately. Yeah, that's why looking up sold comps is key, because something like that, you could have looked up sold comps. You probably see the last like 20 of them probably have sold anywhere between $25 to $40. So you got to think they're going to sell between 30 to 35 new, with tags and all that stuff. All right, chat. Appreciate you guys hanging out. I will be live most likely tomorrow morning doing a live thrift. I think that's the plan for tomorrow. So make sure you're following us on Facebook or YouTube, because we'll be live there. We'll also be live on List It while we're doing that. So, they're the newest shoes. Oh, got you. So they're shoes. Got you. So you're good. Yeah, shoes are fine. I thought you meant polos. But we'll be doing live thrift tomorrow. Remember, we'll be live on List It. So if you guys see anything tomorrow that you want, we can sell it to you right there in store. Also, tomorrow is going to be like deal day, because we don't really need any of that inventory. We're just going there to basically film and have some fun on List It. So if you see anything you like, you can buy from us right there on the platform, either on Facebook or YouTube. And I don't think we're going to do a Whatnot show. I was thinking about doing one this weekend, but I think we're going to push it off till next weekend. So don't have to worry about that. And that's all the announcements I have today. If you haven't watched the new YouTube video of the TJ Maxx haul, make sure you go watch that. That's up on YouTube right now. A lot of you asked for that, so go watch it. I also put it on Facebook, so those of you on Facebook don't even have to go to YouTube anymore. It's on my page. So if you just go to my page, it's, I think, the last piece of content after this, because obviously the live is going to be posted, is going to be the full video. So feel free to go watch that. It's like 30 minutes long. It explains how the sale works, and we go over a haul at the very end. So feel free to watch that. And that's all I got for today. See you guys tomorrow morning.